Get happy, says the chef.
A whole lot of loving is what we'll be bringing. We'll make you happy.
All right, welcome everybody, my peoples. Chef-Boyardee here. Today, back to memories of your childhood. What is it? Chef-Boyardee will be doing Chef-Boyardee Pizza Maker Kit. Memories of your childhood. Yep, the chef ate that as a very young child. Are you ready to get cooking? All right, taste your childhood. Chef-Boyardee Pizza Maker Kit. What does it include? It includes 2 packets of your flour and yeast mix to make the dough. 1, 2. All right, what else? 1 can Chef-Boyardee Pizza Maker Sauce. Back in the day, it would include those, but it would also include a packet of cheese. Really? Oh yeah. It would be, I think it was grated Parmesan. And after you got the pizza, you put the grated Parmesan on top, cook it, and there you go. But now it gives you the 2 packets to make your dough, gives you the pizza sauce, and then you put your own toppings on. What are we going to use? Oh, we're going to use mozzarella. Mozzarella. Oh yeah. We're going to put that on top. It's going to be a real pizza and maybe some pepperoni on top. So it's a little different than it was 30, 40 years ago, but we are going to do it. Are you ready? Let's see what we've got. All right. As we're getting ready to cook, drink of choice, Sierra Nevada Porter. It's a good brew. You can have a drink of your choice, anything you like. Just sit back, relax. Sierra Nevada's a good brew, just like Samuel Adams. Mostly they got too big for their britches, but guess what? They were 2 of the first craft beers, and they're still phenomenal breweries. And they didn't forget where they came from. So there we go. Little Sierra Nevada, little porter. Grab a drink of your choice. Let's get ready. All right, according to manufacturer's constructions, we put both pouches in a medium mixing bowl, and we're going to add 1 1/3 cup of very hot water. We took some water, we put it in the nuke box. We're going to pour that on top of our flour and yeast mixture, and it says to flake that up with a fork. Once that's flaked up with a fork, we're going to put a teaspoon of olive oil on top. Once that's all mixed up, cover it with an old t-shirt, or yes, you can use a clean dish towel. And we're going to let that rise anywhere between 5 and 20 minutes. So let's go ahead and mix this up with a fork. Alright, after the 1 1/3 water, we mixed it up with a fork, just like it said. After it was well mixed. It smells good. Well, not really. Kind of looks and smells like paste. But now it's well mixed. Now we put 1 tablespoon of olive oil on top. There's the olive oil. Now we are going to cover it. Like I said, an old t-shirt. But nah, we're going to cover that with a dish towel, nice and clean. And we're going to let that rise. It says 5 minutes for normal and anywhere up to 20 minutes for a lighter crust. Probably let that rise for about 15 minutes. And then we'll be ready to start forming the dough. Alright, we let our dough rise 15-20 minutes. Unfortunately, I thought I had 2 pizza pans. And yes, this is an original, and there was a Mama RG. One of her pizza pans. I thought I had 2, only had 1, so we're going to do 1. Hopefully the dough doesn't rise too much, because we're going to pull this one out and put the second one in. We spread half of that dough out into a pizza pan. Then we used half a can of the Chef-Boyardee pizza sauce. Now what are we going to add? Mozzarella! That's right. Put the mozzarella on here. We're going to do that. And then we're going to layer it with pepperonis. Be right back. Alright, here we go. Dough is spread out. We've got our pizza sauce on there. Then we put on a nice healthy bit of mozzarella. And we covered it with some pepperonis. It's going to be going into an oven that's been preheated for 425 degrees. The constructions say 12 minutes. Turn the pan in 12 minutes more, so we will see. If you haven't liked and subscribed to my channel, please do so. This is my first job. My second job, if you didn't know. I'm a gear jammer, rolling down the road, 18 wheels. But if I can get enough subscribers and likes and get some sponsors, I can give up my second job. So come on, let's put this in the oven and see what we're gonna have. All right, for those not paying attention to the last segment, I was talking to you and I was I had the pizza pan slightly tilted. Yep, it was sliding off the pizza plate. I had a little bit of sauce and pepperoni hit the floor, so I had to redo it a little bit. So it's not the prettiest thing, but here it is, 22 minutes. It does look good and smell good. We're gonna get that cut up, sliced up with the pizza slicer and off of there, and try to put our second one in. Even though the dough's been really rising for a while, let's see what we get. Alright, the first one was out. We got our second one made with the pizza sauce and mozzarella and the pepperoni. This one we're not gonna tip sideways and slide it off. The dough still looked pretty good. It was really risen up, so it might be a little bit different in consistency. We will see. Now this is gonna go in the oven, 425 degrees. For about 22 minutes like the other one. And if I didn't say, you coat the pizza pan with a lot of Pam or olive oil. You could even use Crisco if you want. That way the pizza doesn't stick when it gets done. Let's see. Alright, this is finished product of the first one. It does look good and smell good. We haven't tasted it yet. The second one we just threw on, after we put the sauce on, we did put a little Parmesan, grated Parmesan on top. That's the way they used to do it. But of course, on top of that, we put the mozzarella and the pepperoni. But this is the first one. Let's see what we got. It does look good and smell good. Alright, here's our second pie out of the oven. We just hit it with the pizza slicer. 8 slices. This one is pretty. It looks prettier than the first one. And like I said, we put a little Parmesan on top of the sauce. Make it old school. Like I said, childhood memories. Chef-Boyardee. Just remember, if I can do it, you can do it. On an eatability, I'm gonna give it a 7. Pretty high marks. It does taste good. Believe it or not. And on a fun factor, I'm gonna give it a 10. With your kids, with your grandkids, with your nephews and nieces. This is one thing that's a lot of fun to make. Throw yourself a pizza together with the Chef-Boyardee pizza maker. Memories of your childhood. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe and like. Bon appetit, says Chef-BoyArGee.